Good morning and aloha. I can't thank you all enough for being here this morning. This is a very special occasion. And before I deliver my brief prepared remarks, just have to say a couple of things. I was born in 1946, a little bit more than 11 months after my father returned home from World War II, along with a bunch of uncles that I had. I grew up in a large Italian family. All of those men fought in World War II, along with the kids that I went to school with. All their dads and moms actually were involved in the war effort as well. And that was very impressionable upon us as young kids. And those men never talked about their personal heroics. They never did. But they did talk about the impact of the war, and it was very impressionable as young. And then in the middle of grammar school, before we even understood the geography of the world, we were all talking about the Korean War and what that meant. And some of our dads actually went away to that. And then on came high school. Before I knew it, going into college in the late 60s, Vietnam was very real. And for the first time in my life, I personally knew people who were injured in the line of duty and some people who lost their lives. And that was profound in more ways than I can express to you. So I would tell you the first 25 years of my life, third of my life, my impressions and my respect for the men and women who serve our country and what they're willing to put on the line could not be any more profound. In a moment in time like today, when we have the opportunity to make Honolulu a Purple Heart city, is incredibly special. We're so grateful to our military, past, present, for future generations. And one last word. I hold on the same parallel, the men and women of our first responders that I now have a chance to work with. People that I know are willing to put their life on the line each and every day, unlike a wartime condition. But that bravery, that courage, that special human being goes beyond my ability to describe that, except I have profound respect, and I want you to know that. So it is with great privilege I deliver these comments. Thank you for joining us today on this very special day. We are here to honor our veterans, an extraordinary sacrifice represented by the Purple Heart Medal, and to ensure that sacrifice is acknowledged every day going forward, all across our island. Just a couple of days ago, we participated in the memorial service commemorating the 80th anniversary of the bombing of Hiroshima. Our visit to the city was extremely thought-provoking. Everywhere you look, there are still reminders of the day and of World War II. On our trip, I was reminded of something powerful that the people of Hiroshima know and know well, and so do the members of our U.S. military. War does not just end just because the fighting stops. The wounds from military conflict, whether you can see them or not, do not heal overnight. War leaves its mark on a nation, on an entire city, and on a man or a woman in uniform especially. The Purple Heart recipients we honored here today know that better than anyone. They know that strength comes with a cost, and they have paid it, whether their bodies or their minds. Our islands have long stood as a strategic gateway to the Pacific, and countless sons and daughters of Hawaii have answered the call to defend our freedoms. It was amazing today to hear the statistics on the number of Medal of Honor recipients that we have, and Purple Heart recipients as well, as testimonial, proof positive of that very statement. Today, by officially unveiling Honolulu's new Purple Heart City signs, our communities are showing their appreciation in return. These signs are a promise to honor, support, and remember the sacrifices of our Purple Heart recipients and their families. I especially want to thank those of you in the audience today who have supported our efforts to celebrate these men and women. First, to the Honolulu City Council for voting to pass the designation recognizing Honolulu as a Purple Heart city. Thank you. And a very special and heartfelt mahalo to you, Augie, for your leadership on this and your consistency. Well done, young man. Well done. I also want to thank everyone who assisted us in our efforts to install our Purple Heart City signs. Ed Sniffen was already acknowledged in the State Department of Transportation, Jim Horton in the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific, Colonel Sullivan, Mike Donnelly and the team at U.S. Army Garrison, Hawaii, Tom Leatherman, who I saw in Hiroshima this week. He was not here this morning. David Kilton is, and the team at the Pearl Harbor National Museum. Mahalo for your help. The public affairs offices at Indo-PACOM and Navy Region Hawaii. And finally, the installation crews within our own city's Department of Facilities Maintenance. The signs serve as a visible reminder to all who pass by that our city cherishes the freedoms bought at a very high price, and we are thrilled to have them on display finally. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the Military Order of the Purple Heart and to all the veterans organizations and individuals who worked to make this designation a reality. Thank you, Ed. And to our Purple Heart recipients who are with us today, we honor you. We truly do. We recognize the pain that you have endured, the challenges you have faced, and the courage you continue to show each and every day. May this designation as a Purple Heart City stand forever as a tribute to our heroes and as a symbol of the enduring bond between this community and the brave men and women who have worn the uniform. So on behalf of the City and County of Honolulu, mahalo for allowing us the privilege to honor you on this day. Thank you, and may God bless our veterans, our service members, and the United States of America. Mahalo.